What's up, everybody? This is Diaries of a Wounded Warrior. I am your host, Halston, and today is Freedom Friday. Once again, we're joined by my beautiful wife and partner in life, Abigail. Today, for those of y'all who don't know and haven't been a part of Freedom Friday prior to this, it's the day where we look back and appreciate all the obstacles that we've overcome these past few days, take a break to ourselves, lean back, recline, kick up our feet, and if your age allows you to do so, pour yourself your favorite drink of your favorite beverage and enjoy this content with us. We have a vase full of delicious topics that we're going to go over these next 10 to 12 minutes. They're going to be random. We're going to give our opinionated responses to those topics and questions. And we hope that everybody out there tonight on this Friday who's enjoying themselves watching this content, enjoy this and gets to get involved. And after the video, feel free to get down in those comments and leave your opinion. We would love to hear about it and see where everybody else is at with these topics. So without further ado, we're going to get started. I'm going to pour myself a drink. Tonight, I'm drinking Gentleman Jack, and my wife Abby is drinking. Well, I'll let her tell you what she's drinking and let her talk to y'all for a few minutes.
I have my signature drink, which is already made, but it is Dragonberry Bacardi rum and Diet Pepsi. And anybody who is intrigued by doing the Dragonberry rum with the Diet Pepsi, I really need you to give it a try and put in the comments what you think it tastes like. I'm not going to tell you what I think the aftertaste tastes like because I don't want to influence whatever your taste buds are going to think, but I have not yet fully settled on what I believe it tastes like. So it's the Bacardi Dragonberry, which is the best of the Bacardi flavored rums, in my opinion.
It's pretty good.
With Diet
like
Pepsi.
Rum,
Not Diet Coke, not Pepsi. Got to do the Diet Pepsi. But the other thing that we wanted to talk about a little bit before we totally got started was 2 weeks ago, we made some predictions. So for those of you who have not yet seen Godzilla vs. Kong, stop listening because there are going to be spoilers.
Spoiler alert!
Don't listen if you have not yet seen the movie and don't want to have it spoiled. Stop. Okay, so 2 weeks ago, we both made our prediction on who we thought was going to win.
Yeah, and it was unanimous.
It was unanimous. We both felt that Godzilla was going to come out on top. However, I'm a little irritated because I don't really pay a lot of attention to trailers and if he wants to watch a movie, I'm like, okay, just put it on, whatever.
Yeah.
So he knew something that I did not. And had I known this, I would have predicted correctly, even though I predicted wrong.
Well,
I realize I can't say anything about that.
In my opinion, I think she still predicted correctly. But so obviously in the trailers it was spoiled and it was shown that we were going to get, the modern look at Mechagodzilla. Mechagodzilla was obviously going to make an appearance.
Mechanized Godzilla.
Right, against King Kong and Godzilla.
Had I known that, obviously they're going to team up and they're going to defeat Mechagodzilla. Obviously.
Right. But in the poster itself is kind of misleading because in the poster it shows Godzilla, shows Kong off in the distance, and it says one will fall. Well, I went with my guy Godzilla because I've watched, I think other than Shin Godzilla, which I think was like 2017, it's the only one I haven't seen. Don't spoil it for me. I still want to see it. I've heard great things about it.
We're going to spoil this for others, but don't spoil it for me. For us.
Don't do it. But I chose Godzilla because of his powers, because of his atomic breath, his just thick, hardened skin and his overall size and weight. And I honestly believe that I got it correct. I mean, for those of y'all who have watched the movie, get down in the comments, let me know. There was that instance where Godzilla was standing on Kong, crushed his chest, gave him that look, don't make me come back type look.
Didn't crush his chest.
Crushed his chest because he died. Godzilla was dying. And
Kong was dying.
King Kong was dying. And if there hadn't been the human intervention that there was, King Kong would have died. Therefore, Godzilla outside of human intervention, would have killed King Kong. Now, I get it. Had King Kong not have been revived, not have come back, he wouldn't have been able to team up with Godzilla, and they wouldn't have been able to beat Mechagodzilla. Mechagodzilla would have destroyed Godzilla. I get it. I got it. That was not the question. Who would win? Godzilla versus Kong. They went toe to toe. Godzilla came out on top. King Kong would have died outside of human intervention. I'm sticking by my prediction, and I'm saying I was right.
Technicality, we were wrong.
Technicality, yes, but I digress.
Here's our vase. And I've got one. What movie quotes do you use on a regular basis?
What movie quotes do I use on a daily basis?
Regular basis.
Regular basis. I gotta go with probably Die Hard #1. I'm gonna kill him, I'm gonna cook him, and I'm going to effing eat him. I've said that up. I say it quite often. But I love that scene where he's got, I think it's the blonde-haired Russian, he's got his neck hooked around a chain, taking him up the stairs, and he's like punching him in the head, and he's saying that stuff to him, and then he throws him over the stairs, and he slams into the wall. One of my favorite scenes from one of my favorite movies with one of my favorite leading actors. I love that scene, and I love that quote.
So I'd have to say that as far as movies go, it's probably Mean Girls for me.
Really, I would have so guessed a musical.
You Can't Sit With Us. Or on Wednesdays we wear pink. Which, shout out to former colleagues that I had that we always wore pink on Wednesdays.
Also, I have never seen Mean Girls.
That's going to change by next Friday. I would say that the quotes that I use the most are probably more from, probably more from TV shows. So Friends is a big one that I use a lot of quotes from Friends.
Yeah. Oh, it was movie, wasn't it?
It was movie.
I think we can do TV shows because I would have to say you quote Friends almost on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah. The other, my favorite quote to say, which has to be said in the right company, is definitely due to my love for the challenge, and it's quoting CT.
Oh, banana backpack guy, like
no, so not that guy, but that was a funny one too.
I'm gonna smash his head.
I'm gonna smash his head and eat it. I do enjoy pulling that out every so often, which again, in the right setting. Because
what season are we even? Are we in like season 35? Is it season 35 of the challenge
36,
right now?
37, somewhere in there.
God, it's crazy. So, hey, if y'all have not seen the challenge, check it out. We're not going to throw out those spoilers because
even my mom likes it.
That is a show that you need to watch, and it's not something that, it's a competition. So outside, sometimes they do like sagas and trilogies, sort of. But outside of that, you can start that show anywhere. You're not going to be left behind, and you're still going to be able to get into it. So I recommend the challenge. I had reservations for it because whenever I first met my wife, I did not really get into reality TV, but I think the challenge is an exception that everybody should make.
And CT, you're my favorite, always.
I don't know, man. My boy Leroy. I love Leroy.
I love Leroy too, but it's on CT. You got the character progression.
My favorite, like, competitor, Derek. I gotta go Derek.
Yeah, he does like Derek King, I think is his last name. Yeah. So we like the older guys.
What's the spiciest food you've ever eaten? This is a give me for her because I know exactly what it is.
You want me to go first?
Go first.
So we did the one chip challenge. It was the third iteration of the one chip challenge.
Second.
So it was.
I believe second. It might have been the third. I don't even know.
All I know is, it was horrible.
Yeah, especially for her.
And because for me, I felt it go through my entire body, and I have a very strong stomach that when something is in my stomach, it's not usually going to leave my stomach.
Yeah.
Going in any direction other than.
So once we got past like the 10-minute cool down period of doing the one chip challenge, it's the Pocky one chip challenge. I believe it was version 2.0. Once we got past that 10-minute cooldown period, my body was able to just fully reject it. I got it out. Unfortunately, she was not able to do so, and she suffered all night long, literally all night long. So, do not take
I
this
knew
video.
exactly where it was.
Do not take this video as us telling people to do that challenge. I can't tell you not to do it, but I'm going to tell you if you start to sweat off something like hot sauce, that challenge is not for you. I will tell you that.
But we do have video of it, so maybe someday we'll get to show that we did it.
We did it, yeah.
So, hottest thing you've ever eaten?
Hottest thing I've ever eaten, spiciest thing I've ever eaten is pepper extract called The Source. Consumed some of it whenever I was stationed in Korea. I think on the Scoville scale, it's about 7 million Scoville units.
That's more than double what we did.
Yeah, so pretty intense. But I was also eating like a lot of hot stuff at the time. I pyramided up, and I didn't just jump into something like that. But would never do it again. So definitely hottest thing I've ever eaten. I'll never do it again. I probably won't ever do the one chip challenge again. So I think spicy stuff on that scale for me is kind of done and dead. But if you want to pull the last one, sweetie, we got time for one more. We're already getting over on time. That's okay though. We enjoy spending time with you guys.
Who do you feel like you know, even though you have never met them?
Can you go first?
CT. You are welcome here for dinner anytime, CT. I know you're in Florida. Just message, send me an email. He cooks really well.
Somebody I believe I know, even though I've never met them, would probably be. Doesn't even live in this country. I think he lives in Stoke-on-Trent I think that's in Europe. It's in Europe somewhere. But Eddie Hall, I got to go with Eddie Hall. Like, after my injury, I've basically followed Eddie Hall on all of his. I mean, for those of y'all who don't know, Eddie Hall is a retired strongman competitor. One of the greats. Like, he held the world record for standard deadlift, elephant bar deadlift, 18-inch deadlift. Wrote a book. I really want to get the book. I want to read it. But just an amazing competitor, an amazing athlete. He's accomplished so much, especially, being that strongman are typically just huge people in general that weigh massive amounts. I mean, even though Eddie Hall is a massive guy, in comparison, he's small. And the fact that he has actually won the world's strongest man and made those world records and taken those records and done everything that he's done, I mean, it's pretty awesome. So I followed him pretty far in depth. I think, hard second to that has got to be Matthew Frazier, who I believe just recently took his 5th title in CrossFit. Matthew Frazier, like on a different scale, arguably the greatest athlete. Yeah, arguably the greatest athlete that's ever lived. He's done things that nobody has ever done. So I would have to say I am very, very confident in the fact I could sit down with either one of those individuals and have a conversation with them comfortably, going into that, having that comfort, because I feel like I would already know them, if that makes sense. So, yeah, that's my answer. All right, guys, we will do a recap of our questions real quick. Let's see. The first one.
What movie quotes do you use on a regular basis?
The second one was, what's the spiciest food you've ever eaten?
And last, who do you feel like you know, even though you have never met them?
So, guys, that's the 3 topics we went over today. We hope you enjoyed our responses, our answers, as well as the spoilers that we gave for Godzilla vs. Kong. Let us know in those comments what you think, what you believe, how you feel. And as always, even if you don't realize it, even if you don't believe it, there's a warrior in every single one of you, and we see it. Take care.